welcome back to Sensibly Frugal Living. I've had some requests to do a what I eat in a day video, so I'm going to do one for the weekend. And of course, I start my day with a cup of tea. I get up early, so I don't eat straight away. I eat about an hour after I get up, but I always start my day with a cup of tea. I'm not a coffee drinker at all, but I do love my tea. Tea is my go-to. For breakfast, I'm having Cocoa Pops. We don't normally buy these, but my husband bought these when they were on offer when he was still feeling poorly. So I'm the only one that wants to eat these because everybody else says they remind them of when they felt poorly. I don't want them to go to waste, so I'm slowly but surely working my way through these. I prefer toast in the morning, but like I said, I don't want any waste. My children always alternate between toast and cereal and sometimes crumpets. We don't really stray too much from that, keeping breakfast simple. Has anyone seen their Tesco Club card thing, which tells you what was your most bought item of 2024? Well, ours was milk. We buy 12 pints of milk a week and we go through that. We do not waste it. 12 pints! When my son was younger, we'd go through even more. So on to dinner. This is a Saturday. I have to work on Saturday, so I'm only making myself lunch. It's a bit of a use it up lunch. This cheese, nobody seemed to want it, but yeah, I'm making rolls and I'm going to use up spinach, tomatoes, anything like that. Obviously, the kids stay with my husband on a Saturday. He's looking after them, so I don't have to worry about their lunch. He will sort them. I just have to sort myself. And I'm making 2 rolls. I will only eat one at work, but that's because I'm going to put one in the fridge for an afternoon snack. At work, we get a break. Depending on what the hours are that we worked, it's normally a 20-minute break and it falls at lunchtime. But I'm one of the only employees who actually eat lunch. There's a couple of us, but most people don't because halfway through the shift, we're housekeepers. It's quite a physical job and they think it's going to lay heavy on them, but I have to eat. I have to eat my meals at regular time. So I make a lunch for myself when I think, well, I take a lunch every time I work. Sometimes we don't eat it. If we're not very busy, I'll bring it home and eat it at home. But I would just be eating this at home anyway, so it's just worth me taking it to work. In the summer, we will always have a break. We will be busy, busy, busy. I work in a hotel that's got over 100 rooms, so we are super busy in the summer. But in the winter, it can be a bit hit and miss. So I do my lunch and I bring it home and eat it at home if I don't have a break that day. And if I don't fancy the afternoon snack, the roll I've made for afternoon snack, that will just become dinner for the next day. So I pop one in my little lunchbox and I pop one in the fridge. I know that it might seem a bit odd that I'm eating another roll, the same as what I've had for dinner, but it's just easy. I need to use this stuff up. If I make it now and pop it in the fridge, I don't really have to think about it later and I'm not wasting any food. And to be honest, I'll just eat it. I'm not fussed. I also take my own drink to work and I normally drink it in the first half of my shift and I just refill it in the team room for the second half of my shift. So I'm taking the bread roll and I'm taking a bit of an overripe banana because nobody seems to be in them. And you see a pattern here, I'm just eating everything that everybody else doesn't want to eat. Mum life, hashtag mum life. So yeah, that's my lunch for my working day on a Saturday. And we did finish early on this Saturday, so I did eat it at home after all of that. So I went to my nan's house and she put on afternoon tea because my aunties were there, my mum was there, and I had a lovely chocolate cake and a cup of tea and a few nibbles, as you do. And then for tea, the kids ate earlier than us, ate something a bit different, and my hubby decided to get out this cheese that we'd had for Christmas. When we were poorly, we didn't eat it. And it was a real treat for us. He went and bought a baguette and we just dipped it in this cheese and it was yummy. Absolutely scrummy. So now we're on to Sunday. Again, starting the day with my cup of tea. Ignore all my son's Lego all over the floor. Lego's the bane of my life. So once again, I'm having Cocoa Pops for breakfast and I will be having Cocoa Pops for breakfast until I've used all of this up. I really could have done with toast today. I really felt like toast, but nope, I'm using these up before they go stale because there's only me eating them. They will go stale quite quickly. I hate food waste, so I'm just going to eat them, even if I fancy something else. We didn't have a lot of bread, so I would have had to have gone Tesco's to buy more bread if I'd had toast. And it would have just been, I'm eating stuff and letting something go to waste. And so, yeah, and I like Cocoa Pops. I do like Cocoa Pops, and they leave me quite full. So this Sunday my son had a football match and we had to eat dinner early so that he wasn't playing on a full stomach. It was a bit like yesterday's dinner, but all of us had a variation. My daughter had crackers with cheese, ham and a raw carrot, like cut up into sticks. She likes raw carrots. Me and my son had bread rolls with cheese and ham, and I had Branston pickle to make it a little bit different. I really, again, didn't really fancy eating more bread rolls after having them the day before. But again, I don't want waste. I've got stuff to use up. I was making bread rolls and using some of this stuff for my kids, so that's what I had. And I just added Branston pickle to spice it up a bit, make it a bit different. And everybody ate their lunch. It's full of stuff that everybody likes. Like my daughter cleared her plate. She said, that's my perfect lunch. Crackers, cheese, ham and carrot sticks. So that was my plate, the 2 rolls. My son had a kiwi roll and cheddars, and my daughter had the carrots and crackers and all. So now on to our tea. We're going to have breakfast for dinner. The kids fancied it. My husband was working this night, so had mushrooms in the fridge. We've got mushrooms for another meal, so I had a few left that I knew I could use. So we had some fried mushrooms, fried eggs. I did bacon in the air fryer, and in the end I did put a bit of bread and butter on the side just to make sure everybody was full. I love doing breakfast for dinner because we don't tend to eat a massive breakfast, especially before like work or school. So we have it at tea time instead, and it's something I know that everyone in my family will eat. So that's my what I eat in a day / weekend video. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, I'd really appreciate a subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.